we're just trying to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. So if you don't like the fact that Bubbles says hi, I'm sorry.
And if you don't know who Bubbles is, maybe go look it up.
Yeah.
If you didn't get enough out of the conversation.
And all. I told him, I said, hey man, did you ever blow bubbles as a kid?
Oh no.
And he looked at me and he goes, why, yes I did. I looked him dead in the eye and I said, he told me to tell you hi.
Yeah. I knew exactly what you were doing with the old Bubbles joke.
Oh, I thought, oh my God, dude.
I hadn't heard that in a while, the old Bubbles.
Yeah, and it was, I forget where it came from. It's like, okay, like, maybe that's our new intro. Is just these really terrible dad jokes. You know? So,
I don't know if that's a dad joke though.
Well, but
blowing bubbles. I mean,
I like it, right? So it's
kind of a PG-13 dad joke.
Yeah, well, I did it. You know, it kind of crosses the whole range of things.
Honestly, I mean, me and the wife don't hold back for much. Like,
me and the wife don't either. So
we always joke like how long our friend's gonna allow her to take one of their kids to school every morning. Aunt Corey said this.
Anyway, hey, I'm Craig.
John.
And welcome back to ConBroSationalists. We're just trying to change up the intro here a little bit because it seems like the other ones have been a little stale.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. So if you don't like the fact that Bubbles says hi, I'm sorry.
And if you don't know who Bubbles is, maybe go look it up.
Yeah.
If you didn't get enough out of the conversation.
And all I'm gonna say is if you're a fan of Trailer Park Boys, just understand the comment with that photo in mind of Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys, and you'll get it.
Yeah, definitely.
So
what are we doing today?
I think this time we're gonna go back to the philosophizing.
Okay.
Love these. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you roll, but this page
that wasn't the roll.
Yeah, right. This page only has 17, so don't roll at 18.
Roll high.
Yeah. No.
Oh, don't roll high.
Yeah. Don't roll high. Don't roll high. If you roll at 18, 19, or 20, you're rolling again.
Okay. 16.
Ooh, that'd be
good. Just under the nut.
Oh.
16, right? Yeah. Okay.
As far as that's.
Well, and then I started looking at the glare off the light was hitting it. It almost looked like a 15.
Is that a ball joke?
No.
All right. It says, "Why are humans so susceptible to magical thinking?" What?
Reroll.
Magic.
I mean, that's the whole point of magic, is to be susceptible to it.
Right, yeah. Because I don't know, I know why. Reality sucks. That's why. Thank you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. Finish that one.
Yeah. That one's done. On to the next. You want to go from the...
No, that's actually a good point, though. Like, it's easy to get trapped into everyday life, and a lot of life right now is fairly negative. It seems like, most of the world is drying up, except for some places who are just too wet, which is really weird to say in the same sentence.
Are we talking about the question?
Well,
or some people's sex lives?
We might be talking about bubbles.
Hey, bubbles again. Yeah, full circle, see?
No, so maybe that's why we are so susceptible to magic. Yeah. Like, we want to believe in possibility, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, I think... I've tried to avoid going into another vein of a topic that we have left off the table for right now.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of believing in the magic is for everybody I think it is that break from reality, because we all know, like, huge Game of Thrones fan, D&D.
Yeah.
The House of the Dragon's back out now, and we've watched the first couple of episodes, and I love those shows because I've always been a big fan of fantasy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and fucking dragons.
Oh, right. dragons, fuck yeah. Yeah.
And the other part of the show.
Right, yeah. I mean, in that...
Two of men's favorite things in
Yeah.
the show. I mean.
Yeah. Bing, bang, done. Roll over, go to bed.
Yep.
But I think, personally, I think it's just one of those things. Like, if you believe in magic, then it's that break from reality for a period of time.
Yeah.
And the fact that what you think is not possible can be possible.
Yeah.
So...
And who knows, maybe magic's the gateway to other extraterrestrial things as well. They always say like booze and marijuana is a great gateway to every other drug.
Snorting yayo and
maybe
smoking crank.
Maybe believing in magic is the gateway to
rainbows and unicorns,
RPGs and UFOs.
It's the 3-letter initials, right?
Yeah.
RPG, UFO, CIA, NSA.
Speaking of magic, though, me and the wife might go see Shin Lin when we're in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was awesome on America's Got Talent.
Oh,
and he's performing like right next to the hotel that we're going to be at.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Matt Franco won it one year, and then one year we were in Vegas, and the wife and I went to see him at his show at the. I feel like he's changed locations, right? Like, I don't think he was in the same...
Matt Franco do?
He's a magician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think he was one of...
sounds familiar, but I couldn't...
Yeah, if you see his face, you'll probably recognize him. But he's, and if you're ever in Vegas, there's a ton of magic shows that are there. David Copperfield is there. Chris Angel is there. Matt Franco is there. Shin Lin is now there, right? Yeah. So, Chris Angel's Mind Freak, right? Like, there's... And again,
that show's too weird.
Yeah. There's magic can be taken to extreme things, and
something about that dude that creeps me out.
Yeah, he's a bit of a
something about his face, I think.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. He needs a high five to the face with your elbow.
Yeah, knee.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah. Again, without talking about that other thing, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of the same tenets between the two.
Yeah.
But for me, magic is one of those things that makes you break from reality and question everything that happens.
What's possible?
Yeah. And I don't want to get into history or conspiracy theories or any of that stuff, but the ability to believe in and understand what could be is what makes me think that, and that watching the hunting Hitler things.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, did that actually happen? I don't think so. But was it possible? You bet your ass it was possible.
Yeah.
Based on all the facts that they laid out, like, okay, yeah, I can definitely see that being a possible outcome. And I think magic helps you kind of create that line of thinking, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be that absolutely happens, right? But to me, most of that stuff has to be steeped in reality of some sort, right?
What's crazy is that it's so easy to dupe people, I think, because they want to believe that it is real. There was the magician that came on TV. Oh man, had to have been 10 years ago. I don't know. Where he was like showing you how all of these magicians do all their tricks.
Oh right, like
it was like a couple seasons long or something. Like that. But he would break down. I mean, whenever they tell you smoke and mirrors, it's literally as easy as some smoke and mirrors, and they pull off some crazy stuff.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I know Penn and Teller had, I don't know if they still do or not, but they had a series where it was, I think it was literally called Fool Penn and Teller, and they would have these magicians.
That was on HBO, wasn't it?
I don't know what it was. I would watch on YouTube, right?
That was their show on.
And they would have all these magicians come in and they would
HBO or Showtime.
Yeah, they would perform these tricks and they would figure out like, hey, You know, like, did you fool us or not?
Yeah.
And they would talk about, and again, Penn and Teller being the consummate professionals that they are, they would never fully divulge how a trick is being done, just because most magicians won't, right?
Yeah.
Because again, they want you to believe that what they're doing is real.
The part that's always got me on like a magic essence is like the mentalist people.
Oh yeah.
Like, that stuff blows me away every single time. I
There's-
don't at all understand how it works.
There's a portion of it that is random, right?
Yeah.
But there is a portion of it, and it basically, again, for me, most of those tricks rely heavily upon the smoke and mirrors, right? But it's really just look at this hand, but don't look at what this hand is doing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they distract you with what's going on here, and then they're doing something else in the background, or somebody else is doing something, right?
Yeah.
But there's always some mechanism with which that trick gets done that most people don't think. And I don't want this to be a conversation about magicians only,
Yeah.
right? Because magic is bigger than that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to ruin a lot of kids' youths.
Yeah.
At
No,
this
I mean
point.
there is some crazy stuff. Just what I'm not a huge magic buff, but just watching the people that come through America's Got Talent,
Right.
they do some stuff on that show, and I'm like literally just like, man, that's cool.
Yeah, well, and that's probably, so the two things that I watch the most on, and it's not even like America's Got Talent, like there's like a talent recap or, The Voice, whatever.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm more of a fan of these people who are kind of these shy, nerdy people who don't really know that they're as talented as they are.
Oh yeah.
And I think what magic does for these people is magic helps them break down those barriers because they have this passion to do these things. But in order to do these things, they have to break down those barriers of being, I'm afraid to be a public speaker. Or
I'm
I'm
vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm afraid to be, vulnerable in front of this 5,000 seat audience, right? Which is no easy task. I've never had to do that.
It's nervous doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, we've both broken down at this point on different topics, which in the back of your mind, you're like, well, I'm kind of crying in front of, right now.
All 12 of you.
Yeah, right now, not very many of
Yeah.
you. But one day, people may be watching these videos being like, oh, wow, these guys are passionate about a lot of the stuff that they talk about.
Yeah, and I think, to me, being vulnerable doesn't necessarily mean you're weak. Being vulnerable means that you understand and you have the empathy to work with, to be able to help somebody else out because you can understand and appreciate the situation that they're in. And I think that's a lot of what magic tries to I don't want to say cover up, but I think it helps people work through those things.
Yeah.
Because they have to make that connection to, if I can just get this magic trick to work, right, then all my problems are solved.
Yeah.
Right? And they work and work and work and work and work at it. So,
like that, I mean, that breaks it down for the most part as far as I can tell. I mean, tell us if we're wrong.
yeah,
I mean, tell us what you think at the end of the day. I mean,
it's, well, I gotta get back to that page, but, and maybe it's not just the fact.
maybe we're completely missing a bigger part.
Yeah,
of
I don't
this.
know. Like I can't really think of any other way to kind of come at this, but
Yeah.
I'm only looking at it through the lens of one, fat bald guy. So
One set of glasses.
yeah,
I've got one.
Yeah,
less,
these things, and
I've got one less set of lenses than he does.
holy crap, these things are filthy.
Well,
No wonder why. I need to clean up my outlook. Literally. Go ahead, say it.
oh, I'm not even gonna. Nope.
Got to turn this off for you to say it.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what I'm
we're not
hearing?
gonna go.
Oh,
We're not gonna go there. We already did the PG-13 dad joke.
Chicken.
Well,
Chicken.
yeah, tell us what you think, though.
Yeah, I don't know why I mean,
It's the only thing that I can keep coming back to is the escape.
yeah.
The escape to believe in something that's unbelievable, that can give you an outlook on life as far as what possibility is.
Yeah. Like you didn't really just do that, did you?
Yeah, and how I want to do that.
Yeah.
And then you stop thinking about all the other things in the world.
For a period of time,
For a
right?
period of time.
Yeah. So maybe that's why some of these shows, work out so well, because it's they're a break from their reality, right? Which is the magical thinking that was used to create the show as an escape from reality, right? Like I don't know, man. I feel like there's some connection there, but I'm not smart enough to make the connection.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're just a couple of dummies, so.
yeah. Like I don't know how to make that connection, because it's just that's like saying, why is the sky blue? Well, we know why the sky is blue, but
the oxygen.
Or lack thereof, because apparently I can't.
The solar flares.
Yeah, it's the Jewish space lasers. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. No, but seriously, leave us a comment. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know about the.
That was kind of a short one.
That was a short one
because I can't apparently I'm dumb because I can't wrap my head around that one.
I can't either. I mean, it's magic.
Yeah,
we're not supposed to be able to wrap our head around it.
Apparently, maybe that's got to be it. Magic, because
there ain't no sense.
Yeah.
There ain't no sense in magic.
There ain't no sense. And on that note, there ain't no sense to carry this one on because I'm struggling to come up with stuff. So I'm Craig.
John, thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.